Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and today we're back with another weekly Q&A slash update video. As always, we start off with a quick update with what's going on in Injustice. The current early access pack is for Suicide Squad Deadshot, and it's not really an early access pack.
Yeah, this is the third time around actually for Deadshot.
But I think this might indicate, that Deadshot's challenge is coming up next again, that they're going to be doing another repeat.
And then finish off with Suicide Squad Joker.
Yeah. The current character challenge is Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. The current multiplayer online season reward is the Ancient Katana, which becomes the Soul Taker sword when it's evolved.
Yeah, and at first glance, it may not seem like a great gear to everybody because it's not a huge amount of damage boost with the drain and stuff. But one, when you're playing Survivor in the later rounds and your opponents are doing a huge amount of damage, it actually is really useful. You want to complete it, and we should have a demonstration of finishing all 16 fights in Survivor up in the next few days.
Yeah, next little while.
Yeah, and the unblockable chance I really like because it's highest on it might be highest period because it's 30% when you max it out, but it doesn't even need you to be on a specific character. The only other gear that does that is the custom rifle. So.
Yeah, and speaking of Survivor gear set, there is going to be another week of the Suicide Squad gear set for the Survivor rewards.
Yeah, I guess they're gearing up for the DVD release of the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, I guess so. Didn't think of that. Anyways, moving right on into the questions. This first one, well, it's more of a comment really, but this is from the Crown of Krypton video. And the question comment comes from Jahon, Choriyev, and then in brackets, I like it, it's _hacker, which is really related to the comment. I swear I saw this gear in online battles. I even have screenshots, and I was scared. ASF, which is as F.
Well, it should actually be AF, atrial fibrillation.
I guess
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. That I will lose my gears.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few comments like this, and I'm not worried at all. If you face this, really what it is, it's basically a dead gear slot.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work. It was hacked into the game, but it's not hacked in a game that's in any way useful. You won't lose any gear, and I think if it were to work, which it doesn't, it would be more that if you're using it on offense, there's a chance to pick up the gear.
Yeah, like a single copy of it.
Yeah.
So it's more of like a reward thing than an actual
punishment
thing for people who are playing against
it.
it.
Unless they use it as a way to pick up hackers, so that anytime they see that Crown Krypton, they automatically know that somebody is hacking, they can suspend their account.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But anyways, our next question is on the video of our multiplayer team of Ares, Batgirl, and Killer Frost, our most recent one. And it's my boy 4567, and they ask, is there any character we can replace Ares with?
Is it M-Boy? Marvel Boy. There used to be a comic book Marvel Boy, and I think J.G. Jones drew it.
Well, it's capital M, capital B, capital Y, so it could be M-Bo-Y.
Back of my back. Anyways, all right. So, actually, to answer your question, there are actually lots of options. Ares is on this team because he really needs Batgirl to be useful. So Batgirl's great on any team, but she makes Ares a lot better because he really is a Special 2 specialist, right? And Killer Frost is there to protect Ares from specials. So this is more of a team to make Ares useful than it is a team to showcase a powerful card. Now, back in the day, he actually was top tier, but he isn't anymore.
Yeah, it's not even that the stats have changed, it's just because of all the special evasion stuff now, where he doesn't have reliable damage the same way.
Right, special evasions, special power drain. You can basically replace him with any basic damage dealer and have a successful team. If you're trying to replace him with another specialist who can also do decent basic damage, you're going to have a harder time, because part of what makes him good is Blade of the War God. Alright, so here's the thing. There's two reasons why Ares fits so well here and makes it hard for him to be replaced. Exactly. Even though there's lots of guys that can be successful. Yeah. First, his Special 2 is unblockable. So with this gear setup, with the Blade of the War God, plus 2 of the LexCorp gear, you get the full benefit of life drain on Special 2. Because you're getting the splash damage on Special 2, and his signature gear has basic damage boost, crit chance on basics, so that makes him a pretty good damage dealer. So even though he's not like the top end like Injustice 2 Superman where he's doing 20,000, he's still doing more than 9,000 damage per swipe hit.
Yeah, so he's pretty good at a little bit of everything.
He's a balanced offensive player, right? So even though we're playing him for Special 2, he's still he's not bad, you know, while he's sitting around building up his bar power. So with that current loadout we've got, right, just Batgirl and Killer Frost on their own can actually win most fights. So the main weakness is relying too much on specials. So someone who does a lot of basic damage would actually fit better with this team than Ares, because you've already got a tank in Killer Frost, and Batgirl is a specialist because her special 1 with that loadout will do a huge amount of damage and a huge amount of splash damage too.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why we still like using him is because he was so exclusive and hard to get, so even though he's not as good anymore, he still feels kind of a little bit more special.
Yeah, and there's something really satisfying about dropping a special 2.
Oh, and just destroying the entire enemy team.
Yeah, and you don't even have to worry, because the way he's geared, his special 2 won't always crit.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, it won't knock the guy out, but if they're not knocked out, they can't block. And then Batgirl is perfect for that. She drops in.
And then you get the guaranteed stun, and then you get the guaranteed huge damage.
Right.
Yeah.
So anybody. So the short answer is, if you didn't have Ares, what I would pick would be a basic damage dealer, but you don't get the same sort of fun that you do using Ares. But you actually might have a better team.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Our next and final question comes from Moon Knight. And they say, been watching you guys for the past weeks recently. You guys have so much insight on the game, unlike other YouTubers who just put clickbait titles on Injustice. Also, I started playing a few months ago after the Suicide Squad event, so I didn't get them. I just want to ask if you know how to fix my game, crashing whenever I click on the Upgrades tab. Hope you guys reply, as I can't find solutions on the Injustice threads online. Love the content you're uploading, and I hope you also review Injustice 2 Mobile. I'm on Android, by the way. So, first off, thanks. I think that was really nice. You're very well spoken, and I think your compliment was really well kind of focused on what we personally think our strengths are too.
Yeah.
So it really felt it was really nice to hear that, and we appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. So, and we already actually answered the question. We addressed the problem. Well, we didn't actually come up with a solution, but we talked a little bit with you about the upgrades problem, and I hope you're happy with where that ends up. But reason why I put this in the list of this week's Q&A is that, you know, the sad thing is clickbait titles actually work. So people will get more views.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is they'll get more subscribers too. I mean, I'm under no illusions, right? Or delusions, under no delusions. We're not actually big at all, even in Injustice.
In terms of Injustice, YouTube, Android.
Yeah, that's true, right? So I don't know. It's like one of those things where we just don't want to be. We know that we could probably do better with if we were clickbaity. I don't know that I want to actually do that. I don't want us to be those kind of guys where we're just so desperate for views that we're willing to, I don't know, basically lie to our viewers to just get them,
or at least do anything to get them on the videos. I think there's something to be said for, even out of the people who make Injustice videos, they're putting a little bit more of a clickbait title to make it more interesting, make people more likely to click in the first place. But I think to a certain point their videos are getting views, at least to some extent, because of the quality of their content. So I think...
Oh, that's true. No, absolutely. I think you're right.
And I think that, like, true people have a lot more kind of clickbaity titles, but they also have more of the whole kind of, I guess, serious YouTuber mentality of there's usually more editing in it too. They do have a clickbait title, but they do a lot of other different stuff, and we've kind of always just been doing our own thing where we've been making videos as informative as possible over really any other production values. Yeah. And we've also been trying to make our video titles as informative as possible over even, I don't know, even people who are interested in our videos might even not want to read all the titles sometimes.
Well, it's interesting to me because, part of it, the reason I think why it's important to me too is we're trying to sort of create a knowledge base, right?
Yeah, like an archive.
It's as a work of scholarship, it would be really crappy if we couldn't find what we wanted. So that's why at one point before we'd really been thinking about it, we didn't put such descriptive titles, and it's sometimes harder to find the content that we want, right? So when people ask a question, that's why it's so easy for us to be able to pull up a link to the video where we actually answered it before.
Yeah, so I guess that's just the way that we prefer to consume content too. We figure the people who find us and like us will watch our videos regardless, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll find that audience. I think we've definitely found enough of it for us to be more than happy with what we have.
Yeah.
And then from that, we kind of want our videos to be as informative as possible, so our fan base always knows exactly what they're getting. And it's hard to feel gypped when your title isn't clickbait, because you know exactly what's in it.
And if you really want to sort of support us for doing what we do, I've said this before, and I could get into the reasons. We've still got a few minutes before this ultimate battle is done. Is that it's still a hobby for us, right? We're not in it to really be big YouTubers. What if you want to help us out? Watch our unboxing videos.
Like our unboxing videos.
Like them. Yeah, because that's one of the ways we've been able to leverage our channel into stuff that we like and that we're interested in, but maybe people don't want to watch, like our book reviews and our unboxings.
Yeah, and so we always get cool stuff with that. And I guess the other way would be if we ever actually end up doing a sponsorship for anything. There's a lot of like kind of free services where you sign up for it, like Audible. I know, and it's funny. It's an insane amount of money to me. Signing up one person for Audible is $15 US.
Really?
I think it's either 15 Canadian or 15 US, but it's one of them. So it seems like a huge amount of money. Well, and it is. So if we ever do something like that, signing up for Audible, directly contributing $15 is like watching.
But you know what?
Hundreds of thousands.
I mean, it seems like a good idea at the time, but in a lot of ways, it reminds me of pyramid schemes.
Pyramid, yeah.
Because not that it's a scam or a scheme, but that at some point in both you run out of people. So the more popular it is, the more people use it, and the more YouTubers have done it. You run out of people who can sign up to Audible for the first time. So $15, yeah, that sounds great. I mean, some of the subscription boxes we were getting $8 each time, but
that was people literally paying money though to get it ordered too.
Yeah. But at some point, I mean, people have found out about these boxes, so they're much less likely to do it for the first time through one of the links on our videos. Same way that it's less likely over time that people are going to be signing up to Audible through that particular link.
Yeah, and I think what really makes it is because it's very probably not that much work for them to set up a system in which they send you money when you subscribe. Like, it's not hard to do that. And it's also no cost to them to tell you to advertise it because you don't have to do anything.
So I just want to comment on this video, the video you're watching now. That loadout of Cassandra Cain Batgirl is not nearly as good as if you'd done it with regular Batgirl, because Cassandra Cain Batgirl, when she comes in, she does 25% damage. Whatever stun she can get from the Cloak of Destiny is wasted. So they have to rely on the stun for the special one. So we can actually block that. Yeah. There's no real danger for her coming in. So 25% of your current health, don't even care about that. So she's actually quite an easy fight. And see how the Scarecrow doesn't matter, because I knew exactly where Elseworld Flash was, so I could bring him in exactly when I wanted. Yeah, and it's meaningless.
It's pretty gimmicky.
Yeah, they've got to be able to do something a little better to make, or fix the Scarecrow gear to make it actually useful.
Yeah, but I think what I was saying anyways, just to finish that thought, is that it doesn't really cost them anything to set up the program with another person.
Yeah.
And if they set up with somebody they think at least one person is going to sign up through, I think that makes it worth it for them. So, and you really only need like one conversion for it to be more important than like 15,000 views at our CPM.
Right.
So that's kind of crazy. So that's the kind of thing where if we ever did it, you could know that you'd be essentially contributing the equivalence of like $15 worth of 15,000 views worth of ad revenue.
That's a lot.
Just for a sign up. Yeah. So anyways, that was a little bit rambly, but we just really appreciated that comment, want to talk about it. That's right at the end of the fight, and this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Komoda.